lesson. We'll start off by downloading this link right here on Canvas, blending exercise. You're going to download it and then open up an Illustrator. It's going to start off by looking something like this, and then we're going to end off looking something like this. It doesn't have to look exactly like this, but this exercise is it's made to explore the blending tools in Illustrator, so it doesn't have to look perfect or anything. We're just here to learn. It's going to open up an Illustrator, and it's going to look something like this. And we're going to start off on the A section right here. We're going to go use the selection tool. We're going to select the star, hold down Shift, and select the red octagon. We're going to go to Object, Blend, and Make. So by default, the line between the star and the octagon will be straight, but we can change that later on. We can also change the blending options by going to the blending tool right here, or by going to Object, Blend options. But make sure you have your new blend selected. You can hold down Preview so we can see what we're doing. You can change to the specific steps, and you can enter the steps you want between the star and the octagon yourself. I'm going to keep it on smooth color. Click OK. You can switch between the outline by clicking Command Y, so we don't have any colors to mess up our view, and then you can click again to go back to see the colors. We can also adjust the spine, so this is the spine in between the two symbols. We can go to, we have this one selected, so we go to Object, Blend, Reverse Spine. So it will switch one side with the other. If you want to curve this spine right here, we will go to the pen tool, hold down, and click on Add Anchor Points. We can add an anchor point right here, and then right here. So these are all on the spine of the blend we just made. So we're going to go to the Direct Selection tool. We can drag these down to bend the spine, whatever way we want it to go. And then that's it for the row number A. Mentioned that the steps between these two symbols are auto-calculated, and if you want to enter your own numbers, you just go over to the blend tool, double click, make sure that this is selected, because then you'll get this little pop-up box. You go to specified steps, and you can enter a number of 15, click preview, and then you can see that it changed the number of steps in between the two symbols. So you can click OK. If you want to release a blend, we can go to Object, Blend, Release, Blend, Release, and then you can move it around. I think you need to select the Direct Selection tool to be able to do that. You can select it again, Object, Blend, Make. And there we go. For B, we are going to use these two shells right here. We are going to select the blend tool. So you can create a blend by either marking both objects and then going to Object, Blend, Make. Or you can just click on the blend tool right in the toolbar right here. Click on one point on the first shell and then a second one on the other one. So you see mine only has one step right now in the middle, so we're just going to double click on the blend tool, go to specify steps, and we're going to add some more to 300. Click OK. Now it looks a little more smoother. So you can reverse the spine of this one by just going to Object, Blend, Reverse Spine, switches the two sides. And then we can also modify a blend. So once you create a blend, the blended objects are treated as one object. So this is one object right now. So if you would move one of these up or change the color, it would change the color of the blend. We can modify the blend by doing that, or we can go to Object, Blend, Release, which will then release the blend and make it go back to normal. So if we want to continue with the blend, we have it go Command X, Zeta, which is go back. So we can create a fade. A fade is created by choosing the endpoint, which was this one, and this was our starting point. So we go to the direct selection tool. I think we double click on the circle, so the circle is the only one selected. We fill it with white, and then it will create a blend kind of fading into white. Or we can pull down the opacity, which will make it fade into whatever is on the background. So it won't be a white circle now, it's just an empty circle with no opacity and no color right now. And then that was it for this one. We're going to create a blend with these two, and then we're gonna replace the path in between them with a different path that we're gonna make. So we're gonna first start by selecting these two. We're going to go to Object, Blend, Make, and we wanted to have 10 specific steps in between these two stars. So we go over to our blend tool, double click, specified steps, you'll find that in the pull down menu. I'm going to click in 10, and then click OK. And now we're going to deselect it. Just click with that selection tool, deselect. We are going to choose the pen tool, and we're going to draw a curve. So I'm just going to start off right here with our starting point, and then I'm going to hold down here and then pull to make it curve, and then another one over here. I'm going to take away the fill by just switching the fill to the stroke. Click one more anchor point over here. So I want to deselect this the pen tool, so I just go over to the selection tool, and then there we go. So now we're going to select both all the stars and the new little line we created. We're going to Object, Blend, and we're going to go click on Replace Spine. There we go. And then there we go. So our stars are now in the line that we just created. We can go to the next step that says Align to Path. So we can go to, we'll select that one, go to Objects, Blend option, and then Align to Path. There we go. Then it kind of smooths it out. Smooths it out. You can go to Object, Blend, and then Release, which will release the actual blend of it, but it still connects the two stars with the path that we just made. For expanding a blend, we're going to start off by selecting all these 5 objects on row number D. We're going to click once with the selection tool and drag over the objects you want to select. We're going to create a blend with these 5 objects, and we're going to create a 2-step blend. But first we go to Object, Blend, Make. Double click on the blend tool just to make sure we're 2 steps in between each new object. So these have 2 here, and 2 here, and 2 here, and 2 here. Click OK. We're going to go to Object. We're going to expand this this blend so that these are now all individual shapes. Go to the selection tool, have this selected, right click and ungroup. So these are automatically grouped when you expand a blend, but for us to edit easily, more easily edit each object, we need to ungroup them first. So ungroup, deselect, and then now you can move each object and change the color or whatever you want. So it's better to ungroup it first before you start moving it around. And then there we go.